Here's a new set of patch notes from the Pre-Patch Podcast. Check it out.
We talked about the FTC and the government getting involved and they're fighting Microsoft. Something else that is going on in the Xbox news is Xbox Live Gold is being discontinued and is being replaced with Xbox
Another end of the era.
Game Pass Core. Yeah, which is actually interesting because we talking about digital ownership. So if you guys don't remember, there was a person that got the first million gamer score on or gamer score on Live. He was given it to by Major Nelson. Which by the way, Major Nelson is officially retiring and moving on from
Godspeed, sir.
I don't think he's retiring. I think he's just moving away from Xbox.
Well, he's retiring from Microsoft there and whatever else. So again, Godspeed. Yes, if you're over the age of Scruffy, then you know who Major Nelson is.
I didn't know who he was. I didn't follow any Xbox.
Oh God!
But wasn't Musty's.
They gave him
it's bad. It's bad when we're using Scruffy as like an age progression.
Yeah, it's the measuring stick. But he got this person got a lifetime subscription to Xbox Live Gold. That is now gone away.
That's not cool. What?
The biggest thing for me, the like a big win for Microsoft would be to be like, okay, well, to honor that, we're gonna now give you a lifetime subscription to Xbox Live Game Pass or whatever. Yeah. Like, to me, that I feel like that's the right way to go. But
I mean, I think he got like 15 years or some odd.
Yes, I mean,
so. And maybe they're
going to get to it.
Maybe they're going to change that, but I or give it back to him. But I haven't seen anything come up about it.
I haven't seen anything either. Him.
But Xbox Game Pass Core, essentially, will show. I'll bring this up so you guys can see it, and it's obviously not going to show properly. So cool. So I will have to go to the tweet. Give me a second. I'll bring this down so you guys can see it here while I pull up the tweet.
But we're talking about how like the console, like the Xbox, is getting like scammed or something with the Ultimate deal.
No,
they're getting a better deal with the Ultimate deal.
It's actually a better deal for everybody.
The console deals where they're getting kind of scammed.
That's what I said.
No, the consoles.
No, you said
console's
Ultimate.
Even a better deal either, or is even a better deal.
Oh, I thought that was the same thing. The console is different than the Ultimate.
Console doesn't have the online play. That's the only problem with the console version. So
yeah.
As far as we've seen, I haven't seen this necessarily like disproven. So I'm pretty sure that at this point, this was like 3 days ago that they posted this. I'm pretty sure that within 3 days, if that was an error, they would have
corrected it.
Yeah.
Well, I think so. I thought that they were saying that the core mode, you get the online game, you get the online multiplayer.
Core you get online, console you do not.
I thought that they said that you get console version as well, or you get core with console. You get core.
I haven't seen anything about that.
I could have sworn that was. You guys can go ahead and look. I'm going to look this up because I'm pretty sure that they came out and said that you get core with console.
Yeah.
So
I haven't personally seen anything with that.
Buy the Ultimate on PC anymore? Because that was a choice. Yeah. I don't know. But there would be no benefit to buying the Ultimate other than
the only benefit would be if you had an Xbox console. So you would get both PC and the console.
So yeah, if you're on PC and only PC, you don't want
just
to buy
the
$9.99. Just buy the PC.
Just buy the PC version.
Yeah.
So that gives you all the Game Pass titles, new Game Pass on day one, member deals, and EA Play membership. The Ultimate essentially just gave you online console play, including all of whatever PC had. So the only reason why you would buy Ultimate is if you had both a console, an Xbox 360 or an Xbox, and a PC, and you wanted to play on both, right? So it's the same as Core. The only reason why you buy Ultimate is if you had the Xbox, but you also had a PC that you wanted to play with. They're both the same price. PC and Core are both the same price. The only difference between PC and Core is that
I don't. You get cloud too. It looks like.
Is it?
Just reading this now. Yeah.
The only difference between Core and PC that I've seen is that Core doesn't get the full Xbox Game Pass. Core gets a catalog of 25 games at the start. Now that's not to say that they're not going to. They've already said that they're going to be adding in more games in the Core as time goes on.
Well,
they're not going to be adding more. They're going to be rotating them.
They're going to rotate. Yeah, they're not going to go above 25, I believe.
Okay, so I have found this out. All right, so with Core you get online multiplayer. That is the $9.99. That's a $10 version. The $11 version for console is access to Game Pass catalog of games. new games day one, deals and discounts, but you do not get access to online multiplayer. So you are correct.
Yeah.
Why would they make that more expensive?
I don't know, man. I'm not really sure. Other than the fact that it's not
you get
limited
the
to
full
25.
Game Pass database.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's if you either want to play online, you go core. If you want to play and have a full catalog of single player games but not have online, you go console. And if you want both, you go ultimate.
You go ultimate. Yeah.
And just so we're clear, Ultimate is a better deal than what it was to have Xbox Live Gold and console Game Pass.
Because I think
it was $19.99 for the two of them. Now it's $16.99 for Ultimate, which gives you both of them. So
and you get access to EA Play, which is also nice. I mean, if you want to play EA games,
so there's a Game Pass for everybody.
It is a good move. I think that
they can tote that their Game Pass numbers spiked tremendously because everybody who wants to play online has to have Game Pass now.
Yeah, I mean at this point.
Has to have it. Yep.
It was the whole reason that Sony tied their online
on Game Pass, dude.
It's the whole reason that Sony kind of did it in reverse. PlayStation Plus was always the online accessibility, but then they added their subscription model to the PlayStation Plus so that they could have tote that. PlayStation Plus subscription services launch. We had this many people tied to the service, because half of those were already there from Live.
For sure, yeah. But like honestly, when looking at it, like me and Bill were kind of going back and forth trying to figure it out when he posted it, and I'm like, it's so convoluted in some cases, man. Like now that I understand it and now that I looked at it, it's simple to me now. But like trying to wrap my head around why
we spent 20 minutes.
Why they had core and why they had console, why they didn't just make core and console one thing. But then I was like, oh, okay, I get it. So
well,
it took us like 20 minutes to figure it out. Like
to me, the pricing is off though. Like I think it should be reversed in my opinion. Like I think that the console version
$1.
Right, well,
it's
I know, but what I'm saying, I'm just saying from a consumer perspective, if I'm looking at it saying, okay, hold on, like what is more important, right? Online play or access to all these titles? Yes, access to all these titles is super important, but if I can't play online, So to me, the console should be $9.99.
What if it was the same
You value an online connection more than having the entire Game Pass database, single player games included?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Here's the reason why.
That's just the kind of gamer you are, but holy crap!
What I'm saying
your priorities are way different than mine. But
I'm not a single but what I'm saying, if I guarantee that if you look at you take gaming as a whole, and we were to be able to get a line graph, pie chart, whatever you want to call it, of what people are playing the most of. Is it online games or is it single player games? I'm telling you right now, or even let's not do online versus single. Let's just say you take Xbox Game Pass and you go, hey, or Xbox players and go, what are you playing more of? The games on Xbox Game Pass, or are you playing more on online? And I guarantee that you're going to find that more players are playing online games, and even the games that are on here that have single player aspects, like Halo, like for Forza or whatever, they're going to be playing more online. I know you think I'm crazy.
Your mind is skewed, my guy.
I promise you, bud. I think that you're sadly mistaken to think that the single player aspect of games is way higher.
You're starting to sound like EA, my guy.
I don't know, man. I just zoned out on that entire thing though, Sid. Why don't you just wail for all of them?
Yeah.
Like just
buy everything.
Yeah.
You got four walls. You can have one for Blizzard, you can have one for PlayStation, you can have one for Xbox, and one for whatever.
You guys are poking me. I'm about to skip over these last couple topics to get to what I want to talk about. Moving on.
I would like to see that information though, because I
do too. I would too. If
I'm gonna do some research. I'll bring it to the next cast if I can.
Know, man.
Yeah,
I would be interested to see that as well, because I do know that for surprisingly there are a lot more people, at least
the online play.
There's a lot of people that play like single player games, especially.
I'm not saying that there's not. I'm saying I'm only talking about game. Like let's take.
I feel like online gamers are just the vocal minority. They're just loud and obnoxious because they're always yelling at each other.
Well, that's what it is. They want everything
single player
for their game.
Players are just like, sitting there and
They're in
quiet.
their own land, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been playing
Bullshit.
Skyrim for the past 7 years.
Bullshit. Go look at the Metacritic reviews of Final Fantasy 16 and getting bombed. I'm not saying that those are not true, but don't tell me that the single player
man.
community are not fucking
Final
vocal.
Fantasy fans are another beast.
I'm just saying
that was
if,
part of the not my Final Fantasy movement.
if we're
Yeah.
gonna lump this all in the same, I'm just saying.
I
You
know.
it is what it is. But anyway, Xbox also teased out that Elden Ring is coming to Game Pass. Bill,
That's
you're
exciting.
you're our
Huge
Elden
move.
Ring fan.
Yeah, no, that's great. More people getting into Elden Ring. That's really
need to
cool,
play it.
and
Yeah.
it couldn't have come at a better time. There's going to be a DLC coming out soon, so this is going to give people an easy access to that. Now, I don't know how Game Pass works with DLCs or anything like that. It only is base game, correct? And if you
Correct.
want to play like the DLC, so this is
You
a
have to
way for
purchase
people
it.
to get their hooks into Elden Ring and then be like, oh shit, I love this. I want to get the DLC. They would need to then buy the base game and DLC on top of it.
I
Correct?
think they could just buy the base game. You can buy content for the game as long as you have, because you still have access to the full game. So I think you could just buy the DLC, but you'd have to buy it through obviously Xbox. Like you'd have to
Xbox,
do
yeah.
their system to do.
I mean,
it.
So-
that's fine. Xbox gamers like Elden Ring too. I'm just curious that if you stop your subscription to Game Pass, are you going? Is it just going to be
You
a
would-
dead
you would not
DLC
have
in your
access to it,
inventory?
yeah.
It would just be frozen.
I don't know why they would let you. Okay, that's
it's
weird. I don't
weird.
know why they would let you buy a
It's
DLC from a subscription model, but it's fine.
Mm.
But
It's just an option, I guess.
the
Yeah.
biggest thing that we have with this is like this person, what was her name again? Sarah Bond, I think is her name. Yeah, Sarah Bond, vice president of Xbox. She's done these tweets a couple of different times for titles like Ravenlock, Stardew Valley, and Psychonauts 2. So it's pretty much confirmed. Like this is I'm pretty sure this is coming to Xbox.
Who is
100%.
this, Sarah? Are they a
She's
data miner?
vice president of Xbox.
Oh,
I mean,
so-
yeah, she's data mining in the fact that she owns the fucking.
She's-
You know, she's
I-
one of the
she's
fucking
going-
owners.
she's going down to the
She-
data and going, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
She's just leaking everything, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for sticking around to the end of the patch notes. And if you want to see more of the pre-patch podcast content, don't forget to check us out live every Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Or you can check us out at anchor.fm/prepatch podcasts or on any site that podcasts are listened to. Much love.